Hey team, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Welcome to Combat Ready HQ. The British Army, the armed forces, are receiving the biggest pay rise in decades. It's a very good pay rise. Obviously, we need to take into consideration other factors and other sort of subsidies that will be increasing, but it's 6% across an average across the board for majority of soldiers. But we'll start off with those who are in basic training. Okay, so this is the initial pay. For the first time ever, it is actually in line with the national minimum living wage. So annual pay rate for soldiers from day one in training or within their first 6 months, depending on what finishes first, will be £25,200. I think when I joined it was around £15,000 back in 2006. Obviously a long time ago, but it's finally and for the first time in line with the national minimum living wage. So that's going to be £25,200 for annual pay rate for soldiers from day one of training. And then the majority of service personnel up to a 1-star rank are basically going to get a 6% pay rise across the board. So how does that look for you? So for a Lance Corporal, that's going to be starting at £32,615 a year. That is pretty decent. Like I said, this is a huge increase from when I joined, when I was a Lance Bombardier, when I was a Bombardier, Lance Corporal of Horse. Okay, so £32,615. For a Corporal, that's £37,861 started. Okay, so when you promote into these ranks, this is the level you're going to go into. For a Sergeant, it's going to be £42,510. So for a lot of ranks, you're going to get around £2,000 to £3,000 a year pay increase. And this is backdated to the 1st of April 2024 because it was delayed them announcing. The pay increase should have happened in the 1st of April 2024, but because it's been delayed, they will backdate it. And I believe you should receive the pay increase in September. So you'll receive obviously the new amount for September, but you'll also get a nice lump sum backdated in September. So some of you, April, May, June, July, August, September, could be receiving just over £1,000 extra on top of your plus obviously September's pay increase into your September's pay. Officers are getting a pay increase as well. So those officer cadets starting at Sandhurst are looking at £33,183 per year. A second lieutenant, that has now gone up to £39,671. A lieutenant is £41,026. A captain is £50,540. And a major is £63,387 for the year. Those are 2-star generals and above. You may ask, what are they receiving? So they are receiving a pay increase of 5%. Which we consolidated into their base pay. So that's 2-star rank and above are getting 5%. Those OR2s all the way up to 1-star are receiving 6%. And then those in initial training, okay, that initial pay when you join the army, it will increase to £25,200. So those that are in training in a minute and they're still in training in September, whatever, or you're in regiment, you will also get backdated to from when you started, whether that was in April or just after April. So it's a very, very good pay rise. I remember for a few years consecutively when I was sort of a junior rank, when I was like a gunner, a Lance Bombardier, we got a pay freeze for about 3 years. Didn't get a pay rise at all, but food and accommodation still went up. So to get 6%, I think is massive, but then you've also got to pull it in line with SFAs going up, so service family accommodation, SLA, single living accommodation, that's going to go up. You know, even though food is subsidised, that's still going to go up. Medical and dental comes part of the package, which is brilliant. And then obviously those living in SFA, energy's gone up, food's gone up, for everyone, fuel's gone up. So it's more in line with sort of inflation and how that's going, but you will obviously notice it because over the last year or so, those things have increased, but your pay hasn't since obviously April last year, and it was nowhere near as big as this. So you could, receive maybe a couple of £100 extra a month. I think is going to make a difference even with the slight increases of everything else. So I think you will notice it. Obviously, it won't be as big as you think after tax, national insurance, and all the other sort of food and everything else has been increased, but you will notice it, and hopefully it will make a difference. Obviously, we don't know where we're going to look next year, but this year I think it is pretty decent. So they're saying it represents an annual increase of £3,000 in the nominal average salary in the armed forces. It's approximately £1,700 increase for around 6,700 personnel. So there's some big sort of pay increases there. Like I said, remember you're going to get taxed a little bit more. You're going to pay a little bit more of national insurance. So don't just take 6% of say 35,000 and add that on and then divide it by 12, because obviously you've still got the increase in tax and national insurance, because you're going to pay obviously tax on some of that. The tax man is still going to get you. But yeah, there's just a quick video. Really good pay increase for the armed forces. We don't join the military for money. Anyone who does, you're definitely in the wrong career. You join for fun, you join to shoot things, you join to blow things up, you join to travel, you join to do adventure trading, do fizz, whatever it is. You don't join for money. But I think this is a pretty good incentive, especially for those who are looking to join basic training, because basic training, initial training's pay was so low. Even though it's 13 weeks in training and then it boosts up, but it was so low, and I know a few people like, why am I going to join for that? The pay is just too low. So actually this may help with recruitment, and it also may help with retention. We all know money speaks, and you're going to receive an extra 2-3 grand a year might actually keep a few people in. So there you go. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Just a quick update to let you know that pay is increasing, a huge 6% across the board, even bigger for those in initial pay, and a little bit for those higher ranking officers as well. So whether you're looking to go basic training or through sort of officer cadets at Sandhurst, you're all going to see a nice little pay rise. Thanks for watching. Let us know what your thoughts are below. Remember to check out our merch and our coffee over on our website. Join the free community Discord, and if you want to support the channel as well, go and support us over on Patreon to get early access to videos and to get exclusive content as well. Thanks for watching.